Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pantech Solutions, and I warmly welcome you for this series AI Masterclass Day 4. So, I warmly welcome you all, every respected professors and every students and every hobbyist. Welcome you all. So, before going on to the session, same as I would like to appreciate some of the people who is participated in the internship program. So like I'm getting a lot of responses and a lot of interest. I'm just seeing there a lot of interest and involvement in every project which they are involving in here. So like there are a lot of people are giving their comments, and if you see in the assignment category here we have provided this PPT and project file, but here even though they are a lot of people have completed their assignments. And even though I have updated the day 3 before only 4 hours, but a lot of people have completed their assignments too, like Anupam and Snehal, Surya. So a lot of people have completed their assignments, and they got a lot of benefits based on this internship. So, and other than that, I would like to appreciate some more people whoever interacted with me on my LinkedIn profile, like Hadi Patel, Pranav, and Shweta, and Satya Mohan. So, lot of people. I got lot of nearly I got 50 responses yesterday only, right? So I would like to appreciate, and I would like to thank you for everyone for your involvement and your suggestions. Okay, so so for new candidates, so there is an announcement. So attendance link will be available around 8:30 p.m. Okay, so once the session is completed, still the attendance link will be available for 30 minutes to 1 hour. So you can fill up the attendance form anytime you want. Okay, so once the session completed, you just try to fill up the attendance form. So until then, please be focused on the session. Okay, so since this is agenda day 4 agenda, okay, so don't mistake me. So first of all, we'll discuss about the moving object detection, and then we are going to discuss about basic programming. So I already told you we can't able to learn Python programming in a single day. So as we are passing from one application to another, while working on an application, we are going to learn something new in Python and computer vision programming also. So as in a list here today, we are going to learn about resizing, thresholding, Gaussian blur, and some more syntax we are going to learn today. And also we are going to deploy that moving object detection with the help of Python programming and computer vision. So before that, a lot of people are saying their greets. So good evening, Reshma, Shaik, and Vinod, Vijay Kumar, Nazia, Kajal, Hitesh, Kiran. Good evening everyone. Good evening guys. So we're going on to the session. So first of all, talking about a moving object detection. So if you take moving object detection, everyone knows, right? So like there is a two process. First thing is background capturing. So like first of all we need to do first of all we need to capture a background, and then we need to compare a current frame with the background image so that we can able to detect any changes occurred in this frame or not. So from that we can able to detect there is an obstacle or there is any object which is present there. So for example, if you take autonomous car, so autonomous car is moving. So on the time it should able to detect the parked vehicle or moving vehicle. So that is in artificial intelligence, like in a deep learning. So as a basic, so first of all we need to work on like how to detect a moving object and how to draw a bounding box around that object. So those things we should learn, like and how to write a name inside an image itself. So those kind of basic we require to learn. So on that scenario we are designing this application. Okay, so we are going to directly jump into the application session. Why? Because before we have covered a lot of theories, and since this series is going to be completely on practicals, so directly we are going to jump into the practical session. I hope you all installed Python and OpenCV, everything successfully. So if yes, please type yes in the comment box below, or if you please type yes in the live chat also. Okay, so those who are all not able to install that Python, a lot of people have already consulted me through LinkedIn. So if you want, you can connect me on LinkedIn and you can ask your questions regarding installation errors or anything you want. So just post your screenshot so that we will fix that error for you. Okay, so that's it. So a lot of people are saying yes. Okay, for those who can't able to install, you just please ping me at my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so first of all, we are in the practical session. So first of all, I would say about like first of all we need to open ideally. So before that, I'll show my directory. So in this directory, I'm just having one sample.jpg image. Okay, so this is the image I'm going to use for complete project. Okay, so first of all, I'll open ideally. So ideally 3.764-bit, which I have installed from Microsoft Visual Studio. So I hope a lot of people are using Collab and a lot of people are using Anaconda. So that's fine, very great. So first of all, we'll open a new file and I'm going to save this file. So as we seen before, so first of all, I'm going to import CV2 library. So import CV2, and then today we are going to see new library, which is immutals. A lot of people have asked that question, why we require immutals. Immutals also one kind of basic library which we can use for resizing or reshaping or cropping, or a lot of things we can use, and also to get the feed from the camera. So those kind of thing we can use immutals. And same as we did before, img is equal to cv2.imread of sample.jpg. Okay, I'm going to read an image. Okay, so for that image, I'm going to do the resize. So for resizing, I'm just assigning another variable. Resized image is equal to immutals dot resize of img comma like with this equal to 20, let us say. Okay, so I'm just resizing it. Okay, and now I'm going to save this resized image in my local directory. So cv2.imwrite of resized image.jpg. And I've seen in my chat that a lot of people have faced some kind of size and width error. So if you are facing error, the possibility is you are working in the directory of in the C. So if you are using C, some of the permission, if there is some kind of misorganizing in the permissions, so you may face that error. So please relocate your source code and that sample image, everything into D drive and run the code from there. Okay, so you may get your output. So I'm just resize img. Okay, so that's it. I got it, and run, and then run module. So that's it. It doesn't show any error, so it resembles that we resized an image. Okay, so here there is a sample.jpg. Okay, so and this is the resized image. Okay, so very small, right? So that's it. So we resized an image. So and then I'm going to show you how to apply blur. Like blur is nothing but like smoothing an image. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to save it as ex2. So here I'm going to paste the same thing, so we can't write every time. Okay, so I'm just deleting this. Okay, so we have now sample.jpg. Now I'm going to apply the Gaussian blur. So Gaussian blur is equal to cv2 dot Gaussian blur. of img, comma. So here if you want to know what is the syntax and what is that argument and those kind of thing, you can see it in my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so here I have given it in a red color. So red color resembles that real meaning, like destination, and then syntax. Inside that command, that cv2.Gaussian blur, the source image, and then kernel, and then border type. Okay, so for each and every project I have given like this. Okay, you can see it here. Okay, so here this is nothing but a kernel, like how much quantity or how much thing you have to do that. And then here we have assigned the format, like what the blur format is. Okay, so here in the Gaussian blur there are a lot of types. Okay, so you can check it out. So I'm going to write as a Gaussian image. Okay, so I'm just write the code and run, and then run module. Okay, it ran successfully. Now if you want to check it out, you can go to this directory and you can check. So this is a sample image. So this is resized image and this is a blurred image. Okay, so so this is it. So we did this one. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how to apply the thresholding and everything. Okay, so question of sudden question. Okay, so the question is, what is the syntax to convert color image into grayscale image? Okay, so that's the question. So please ping your answers in your live chat. Okay, so we'll see how much of people are giving the right answer. So I'm waiting for your answers, guys. So now I'm going to apply the thresholding. So before that I need to convert this BGR image into gray. So I need your answers, guys. So I'm waiting for your answers. So I'll do the rest of the things until I'm getting answers. Okay, I don't know, Nandini. Great answer. No problem. So we'll learn. So I'm getting answer. Anupam, I think she is the first one who replied with the proper syntax. cv2.cvt color of image, comma cvt dot color underscore bgr to gray. Great, Anupam. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to initialize gray image is equal to cv2 dot cvt color of img. Now I'm getting a lot of responses. Great, guys. So img comma, now I'm going to apply that color conversion, right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, great, that's great, really great. So a lot of people are saying and their answers. So cv2 dot color underscore bgr to gray. Okay, so now I'm going to convert that color image into grayscale image, where we can able to apply the threshold. Okay, so thresholding image, cv2 dot threshold of we need to pass that grayscale image. So gray image, comma. So here we need to pass a 4 arguments. Okay, so first one is the threshold. So what the threshold you have to set. Okay, and then second one is maximum value, where you have to change that figure, or when it exceeds the threshold what it should do. So like that. And then we need to assign cv2 dot like we need to specify the format. So thresh binary. Okay, since it is a binary conversion, like applying threshold in binary, so I'm just doing that. Okay, so here I'm passing like 1. So why I'm doing is so the return value or the return value of threshold image is going to be 2 arguments. Okay, so that's why I'm using that. Okay, so this is the first procedure, or else you can use like this. Okay, if certain syntax or if certain commands values are 2 return values, but you need only the second one, so you need to use like this, or you can use like this. Okay, so you may confuse to what is meant by thresholding and all. So I hope if you see this presentation you might know. Okay, so here this is an image, so I converted it into grayscale, and then we are applying a thresholding. Okay, so that's it. So I converted everything, so I am right of threshold image. Okay, EX3. Okay, so run and then run module. Okay, so it's completed. So if you want to see that image, so threshold image lies here. Okay, so I will show the difference whenever you are changing that thresholding. Okay, so thresholding value. Okay, now I'm going to change into 150. Okay, so I'm going to save image in different name, so run and then run module. So if you see here, there is a lot of difference between these 2 images, right? So this is meant by thresholding. Okay, so it will be very required for detecting that movement on our project which we are going to deploy today. Okay, so this is thresholding, guys. Okay, so I hope you understand. So for each and every main syntax I gave in a red line, which explains you that what that certain parameter is. So for example, cv2.threshold of source. So second parameter is a threshold, and third parameter is maximum value for threshold. So and then finally it will have that binary type. Okay, so don't just remove this comma. So binary type, and finally we are just taking a second argument. Okay, so second return value. Okay, so that's the syntax here. And then this is another more syntax for drawing and rectangle. So for example, you already getting or already you are applying this kind of processing like blurring or to applying a threshold or those things. But after that, we need to draw a rectangle around certain object which is in a movement, right? So for a movement of or to draw a rectangle, this is the syntax like cv2.rectangle of img comma x comma y comma x. Here this first parameter is this is first argument. First argument is an image, that is source image, and then second argument is a start point where the rectangle should start. Okay, so that coordinate. So if you take a certain point, it contains 2 coordinates, like first one is x and y. So the single point resembles that 2 coordinates, so x and y. And then third argument is also a kind of end point, so where the rectangle should end. And then fourth argument, that is color 0, 255, 0. It resembles that certain color like RGB. And comma 2, this 2 resembles the thickness. So if you are drawing a rectangle, what the color or what is the thickness of that rectangle? So it should be broad or it should be thin. So that thickness. And same as like if you want to put the text in an image, so you are already getting an image feed or video feed from the camera. So on that feed, if you want to display some kind of text, like whenever the motion is detected, it should print motion detected, or if it is normal, means it should print normal. So for that scenario, you can use this syntax called cv to put text. So put text of image, and then second argument is the text. What the text you have to print it there. This should be a string. Okay, and third argument is position, where the text should be located. Either it is in the left, top left, or bottom right, or center. So that position. And then fourth argument is font. So what font you require. So cv2.font Heshi is one kind of basic font. If you need, you can change this font. And then fifth argument is font size, like what the font size should be. And then sixth argument are same as like is a colors, like 0, 0, 255, which resembles a red color, and 2, of course, it is a thickness. Okay, thickness of your text. Okay, so this is for putting text in an image. and then find contours. So this is the final syntax which we are going to see in this session. Like contours means like connecting neighborhood pixels. For example, so this is a frame. Okay, so this is, just let us assume this is a wall. Okay, don't see me. Okay, so this is a wall. So on this wall I'm going to show my hand like this. Okay, so if I'm going to show hand, if I'm going to show my hand like this, so it should detect each and every part of my hand, right? So like it should detect this edges, like if I take, let us take binary or anything, but it should detect this edges like that, but it should change this color differently. It should show this part as a different one, right? So if it, let us take a binary means, so background, if it is white, it should show black color. So for my hand it should show black color. If a background is completely black, so if let us take in a binary image, my hand, it should show at a white color, right? So on the time, if you are finding the contours like neighborhood pixels, so it should connect each and every pixels to make it to be complete single image. Like it may detect here or it may detect here, but with the help of contours, so we will obtain that contour value, and we will connect those contours so that it will look like a single object or single image. Okay, so from there we can able to detect, or we can draw that boundary box around this detected contour image. Okay, so that's where contour is can be used. Okay, so and then reading frame from camera. Okay, now actually for this demo purpose I've connected one USB web camera. Actually here already I'm using this laptop's web camera, and also I'm using a secondary web camera, and this is the third camera actually. Okay, so don't bother about it, you can use your web camera also. So and then now I'm going to show how to do that. So we'll open now a new file. So file, new file, save as camera test. Okay, so camera test py. So here first of all we need to import, of course, same library such as import cv2. Okay, so and then we need to initialize a camera. So like what the port or where your camera is connected, so we need to initialize that. So for that, cam is equal to cv2 dot video capture of 0. Okay, so here why I'm dropping the 0, or you can put 2. Why you can put a drop like this is, if you are using a primary camera which is inbuilt in your laptop, you can use cv2.video capture of 0. But if you are using external USB based webcam means, you can change the argument into 1. Or if you are using a third camera means, you can change the argument into 2. Okay, so just check with 0. So while you are trying in your home, so if you want to, if it does not work, you just change that argument. Okay, so here I'm using a third camera, so I'm just passing cv2.video capture of 2. Okay, so and I would like to introduce another library, that is import time. So time is required for giving some delay or obtaining current time, and those kind of thing you can use time. So if you want to give a delay, you can use command called time.sleep. So this is not mandatory, but for this knowledge, I'm just saying this. So time.sleep of 1. Okay, so resembles that 1 second. So 5 means 5 seconds. Okay, so here I'm going to get that camera. I'm just initialized it. So now I want to read the frame from the camera. Okay, so for that also here this variable also this code or this syntax also going to return 2 arguments. Sorry, 2 return values. So I'm just using this. So cam.read. Okay, so this function will read an image from the camera which is connected to my laptop. Okay, so and then I'm going to write an image. So cv2 dot im write of camera image dot jpg comma ng. Okay, so I'm going to write this in my local directory. So I have loaded and everything, and before that I need to release the camera, so that if the camera object is not released, if you are trying to run this same code in the same IDE again, so it may give you the error like camera is on already in use, or some kind of error like not shape is not found. So like that lot of error you may face. So for that scenario you can use this cam.release function. So cam is just a variable. Okay, So cam.release. This function, this syntax will be helpful to release your camera. Okay, so you just click run and then run module. Okay, it is accessed my inbuilt camera which is present in front of me. Okay, so if you want to say this, so here it is located. Okay, so camera image.jpg. okay, so this is it. It has captured an image and it just saved in my location. Okay, so after this I'm going to show you how to get a real video stream from my camera. Okay, so here first of all I'm just importing while true. Okay, I'm just doing indentation here, so this is not required. Okay, so I'm going to read the camera frame and then I'm going to display that image. Okay, cv2.imshow of camera feed or something like that, and then comma img. Okay, so and after that I'm going to do cv2.wait key. Okay, so yesterday we seen the cv2.wait key of 0, which resembles that it will show that image infinitely, right? So but here I'm going to show it different. Okay, so I'm just initializing one variable that is equal to key is equal to cv2.wait key of 1 and then and 0 cross ff. So what it means, like cv2.wait key of 1 resembles that it will return like 32-bit value, and 0 cross ff resembles that it is of 8-bit, like 11111, like 8 ones. So if you are doing AND operation with that, you will get the proper value. It will eliminate other 20 like what 28 or something like that. Okay, so it will remove remaining bits. Okay, so here I'm going to compare that. So if key double equal to ord of q, so q resembles that if someone is pressing, if user is pressing q, so it should terminate the code. So that's why I'm writing like this. Okay, so colon and then enter and then break. Okay, so this is it. So I've initialized the camera and then I just opened the camera, and then cv2.imshow of camera feed, like I'm just displaying it until I press q, it should display. If I press the q, it will break and it will do the camera.release. Okay, so we'll check whether other camera can I able to access. So if error, you just note down the error if I'm changing that parameter. Okay, so this is the error, like size.width of greater than 0 or size.width of height is greater than 0. If you got this error, there are possibilities like you can't able to get the frame from the camera. Okay, so let us check with the 1. So it is getting camera feed from this camera, from this proper camera which I expected. Okay, since it's getting my view here. Okay, so okay, so this is just a code to read the feed from the camera with the help of computer vision. Now I'm going to press Q. Okay, so code was closed. So code was closed, but this figure is still there. All right, so to do that, so for that, what we can do, we can use cv2 dot destroy all windows. Okay, so this will close that window automatically. Okay, so that's it. So and then we'll move on to application, like how to design moving object detection code. Actually this code lies about 40 to 45 lines, since I'm slow in typing, so I can't, within a short span we have to finish it off. So I'm going to copy paste, but I'll use that in a slow and steady by line. Okay, so first of all we already imported cv2 and then time. So now I'm going to modify this code itself. Okay, so we have initialized the camera cv2.video capture of 1 and then time.sleep of 1 just for initial it is giving some time to initialize the camera. So that's it. So other than that, first of all, I'm going to initialize some more variables which is required for my use. So like first frame. So first frame is equal to none. So for example, we already told like there is two process. So first thing, it should capture a background and then it going to compare the current frame which is obtaining from the camera like compare with the background image. Okay, so the current image or frame which is obtained from the camera, it should compare it with the background image which is captured at the initial state itself. Okay, so that's why I've initialized this one. And then I am assigning another variable called area. So here with the help of this variable we can able to configure the movement of the detection, like how much movement it should detect or like that. So that's why we have initialized another variable called a is equal to 5, area is equal to 500, which I can use it for further usage. Okay, and then while true, so cam.read we already did this. And initially I'm going to initialize one text called text is equal to normal. So when there is no object, so it will print a normal. Okay, so I'm just initialize this text. So and then we need to we are going to do the like resizing. So resizing like to show it in a proper square like that. So I'm going to resize. So resize an image, immutals.resize of image comma width. So those syntax we have already seen, right? So and then I'm going to apply grayscale conversion. This also we have seen before 2 minutes, right? So grayscale image, like I'm converting a single image into color image into grayscale image. Why? Because this motion object detection is not require a color image. So so that's why we are converting that colored image into a grayscale image. Okay, so and then I'm going to apply a Gaussian blur. So for that I'm just changing it Gaussian image. So grayscale image, I'm just applying a Gaussian blur like a smoothing. Okay, so I'm just applying for smoothing an image. So I'm going to convert that grayscale image into Gaussian image, like it will be like smoothened. Okay, so that's the thing here we did. So now it is ready to capture a background. Okay, so this is the background. If you are using background if you are using a camera feed in a grayscale or blurred image or like a smoothened image or grayscale image, the same background image also should be like that. So background image also should be captured in the same properties which we are using for in a real time. Okay, so that's the this is the part where I'm going to save an image or I'm going to assign a variable like if first frame is none. So for let us assume I just click the run and then run module. So first iteration it is coming in. So I have already initialized first frame is equal to none. So it will check in the if loop. So if loop will be definitely passed and then it will be assigned that grayscale image. Sorry, here we'll pass that into Gaussian. Okay, so Gaussian image, I'm going to assign that Gaussian image into the first frame. Okay, and then we are using the command called continue. So continue is nothing but like passing over. So we have if you know the C language, so like continue won't break anything, just let it to be passed over. Okay, so and then it will be passed over and again it will come into the while loop because it is a while true, that is infinite loop. So again it will come in and again it will check for if first frame is none or not. So definitely it won't be none because we have already initialized that frame as a Gaussian image, right? So it won't go inside if loop after one iteration is completed. Okay, so that's the meaning of this one. And then what we have to do, we have to compare that background image with the current frame. Okay, so for that we are using the syntax called cv2.abs_diff, so which is nothing but absolute difference. So we are comparing the we are passing the syntax by passing a two arguments, that is first frame. First frame is nothing but a background image which is captured in the first iteration, and we are comparing that first frame with the grayscale image. Okay, so and after doing it, what I'm going to do is we are going to do like applying a threshold so that we can able to detect that black color and white, like converting into a binary. Okay, so after converting it, we can able to easily detect that movement and a lot of things. Okay, so that's why I'm converting, or we are converting this image into threshold image. So we are applying the thresholding. Okay, and then other two syntax, additional syntax I would like to say, so that is nothing but dilation and erosion and dilation. Okay, so what is mean by erosion? So for example, if you take some kind of line, so for example, let us take this image. Okay, so let us take this. So let us take this image. So if you see this black color line, right, so this is dilated one. So if you need to thin that, if you want to make that line or that border should be thin, you can use the erode command. Okay, and also you can use the dilate command to remove this kind of holes. So for example, this hole is already there, but these here we are having some kind of holes, right? So here and then here and then here, so we are having lot of holes inside that black lines, right? So if you want to remove those kind of holes or that leave it that left over, so you can use the dilate syntax to within that dark line, so that that holes will be removed, or that holes will be occupied. So that's the reason why we are using the dilation. Okay, so and after completing that holes, or after removing that holes, now we are going to apply we need to get that contours. So we already seen what the contour is, right? So contour means to connecting the neighborhood pixels. So let us take the same image. Okay, let us take the same image. So if it is disconnected, if it is little far, or let us take here, so if it is disconnected, we need to connect the neighborhood pixel, so that we will take this complete image as a single frame. So for example, if some of the part here is missed, so but here I have to fill it off, right? So fill it up and I have to form as a single thing. So we need to find that contours, finding a neighborhood pixels. I'm going to connect it. Okay, so that it will be converted into a single frame or so those things. So for this find contours, we are not applying directly into the threshold image. So instead of that, we are taking a copy with the syntax called thresh image dot copy and cv2 dot this is like a format of applying a contours. Okay, so and then to extract those kind of contours, so it will find the contours and we need to connect, or we need to get the complete contours count. So so that from that only we can able to find out those areas. So how much area is, either shall I use, or shall I take that area for further processing, or either that area is skippable. So if the area is very less, we can skip over, right? So on that scenario, we are using that immutals.grab counter to count to take every values. Okay, and then we are passing that counts or count value, which is obtained from that immutals.grab counters, and we are passing over into the for loop. So inside the for loop, we are comparing it with the area, whether is it whether it is validable or not. So is it valid? So if it is valid, then it will pass over. Okay, else it will else it won't go inside. Okay, so and then if it is finds it's proper, like if it is less than 500, so area which we have initialized before, either if it is possible or either it is valid one, then it will go for a bounding rectangle. Okay, so cv2's bounding rectangle function will give you the if you are giving the complete counter value inside, like one by one, it will get the x value and x value and y value and width and height of that complete object, or complete which is present apart from the background image. Okay, so with the help of cv2.rectangle command, so we are going to draw the rectangle for that coordinate such as x, y and w and h. Okay, so for example, cv2.rectangle of, so this is a source image, and then start point and then end point. So from the start and then end point, so that's why we have done x plus w and y plus h, and then we have to specify the color, what the color it should draw the bounding box. bounding box, and then finally thickness of the rectangle. Okay, so and then we have initialized that text is equal to moving object, the object is detected, because whenever there is a change, whenever there is the, like if it is less than 500, wherever there is a change in that contour or that kind of image, so that is recognized as that image or that frame is changed frame when compared to the background image. Okay, so that's why we have considered one a print statement for printing that text moving object detected. Okay, so and then now what we are going to do is we are going to take, or we are going to pass a message or text inside that image which we are displaying. Okay, so on for that, which we have already seen this command cv2.put text. Okay, so let us move this print here. Okay, so and then cv2.put text of image. So for example, let us take an image, so which we have already obtained from the camera from here. So we are going to directly pass this image, because for display it should not show a grayscale image, or it should not show a Gaussian image, or it should not show any kind of binary image, but only thing we need to show a real camera feed, right? So that's why we are passing that image. So on that image I'm going to pass the text. So what the text is, so if it is moving object, so it will print moving object, so else it will print the normal. Okay, so that's it. So we have initialized the font, and then font size, and then color, and then thickness, and then we are going to display that real frame cv2.im show of camera feed img. Okay, so and then same as like which we have already did, we didn't change anything here. So we should display our frame by plotting their by plotting its text as well as like that bounding box. Okay, so we have already drawn the bounding box with the command called cv2.rectangle, and we have dropped the text in that image with the help of cv2.put text. Okay, so that's it. We'll check whether we are getting any error or not. Okay, immutals is not defined, we have not initialized immutals. Okay, so import immutals. Okay, it's taking a moving object is detected, since here this camera is moving little bit. Okay, let us keep like this, and I'll rerun the code to capture a background. So on the first instant you should not change your camera position. Okay, now it shows a normal. Okay, so whenever you are introducing a new object, okay, so whenever you are introducing a new object, it will detect a moving object is detected. Okay, so like so moving object is detected, so it will track that object also. So you can deploy this application in your home to detect any persons or any movement. Okay, so by adjusting the area, so you can detect it properly for the surveillance system. And there are also another syntax to introduce a voice output. So you can use that voice commands to emit some sound whenever it is detecting a motion. Okay, so only thing here, lightning and the better camera. Okay, you just want to use a better camera. Okay, so for better resolution, without it should not change based on lights and all. Okay, it should work properly. Okay, so for that scenario, a lot of people are using in artificial intelligence, there a lot of people are using machine vision camera and a lot of advanced camera for better resolution and better stability. Okay, so this is it, guys. So we have deployed one little project to for a moving object detection. Okay, so moving object or person, anything you can call. So so here in this presentation itself, it contains a code, or else you can download it from our that learn.pantechsolutions.net. And we are up to question and answer session. You can ask your questions now, guys. So I'm waiting for your questions. how to connect it for CCTV. For if you are deploying it in CCTV, my suggestion to use hardware, or you can use it for, like, if you are using a system, we need to specify a system, we have to place the system. Or if you want to, definitely if you want to use it for only thing, you just try to access that camera with the help of same code which you have done here. Okay, if it is USB type, or what type of the camera, and either it requires any other converter or not. So you just please check it out and try to access that camera from here, or from this program, whenever that camera, or from the certain camera is connected in your laptop. Or else you can go for hardware based deployment. So same code you can deploy it in a Raspberry Pi or NVIDIA Jetson boards, so that it will be helpful. But other than that, in the upcoming sessions we are going to see a deep learning, like artificial intelligence, like to detect a person. So on that scenario it will be very perfect. Instead of detecting a simple moving object, you can able to detect a real person. So only after you detected the person, then you can send an alert. For example, lot of hunting is happening in the forest. So already they have deployed a lot of cameras in the forest to detect the person. So whenever the person is detected in the forest, so it will automatically give their notification and with their image to the respective department, like someone is entered into the forest with the gun. So this is a very great application for that kind of scenario. So getting error CV2 module not found, Shivangi. Please connect with me through LinkedIn, guys. You just link is given in the description. You can connect me there. So you just post your screenshot where I can able to support you. Today our session was too fast. Sorry guys, actually this is completely source code now, so line by line we need to explain. So that's why we have completed in proper timing. How can I make the detection of object specific? So that is known as object recognition, guys. So definitely we are going to learn this in upcoming session called deep learning. Okay, don't worry. How can I use a laptop camera? So same code you can deploy. So just put an argument 0, check it out. So if it returns error, you just change it with 1 or 2. Okay, definitely you will get the output. How to get that object name? Yeah, that's it. It's in the deep learning. So to recognize, to classify it for your objects, and you can change, or you can deploy that trained model to your Python application to recognize what the object is. Sir, when we install Python from Visual Studio, it doesn't have default pip installer. Definitely it will have Shaik. Definitely it will be there. So please connect me on LinkedIn. We can use our laptop webcam. Definitely, Pradeep. Yeah, you can use your webcam. Sir, what is underscore comma img? Okay, 1 minute. So here you are asking, like, underscore comma img is equal to ds.read. Actually, this vs.read function will return 2 values. Okay, on that we require only a second value, that is img. Okay, so whenever the first return value is not required for you, so you can simply put underscore. Okay, that's the thing which we have seen in this code. Let us take here. Okay, so if you can use like this, or or you can use like this, img is equal to cam.read of 1. So it will take a first argument instead, it will take a second argument instead of first. So first in that here, and also there is another option. So if you want to use like this,